Good morning, boys and girls. I hope that you are all having a wonderful day. We're going to do a very quick recap of some of the math that we did last week and then move on to something new. If we have four groups of 6, we were writing 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals to get the total. I would add all these up. 6 plus 6 gave me 12, and 12 plus 6 gave me 18, and 18 plus 6 gave me 24. Another way of writing this is to say that I have 4 groups of 6. But people got tired of all of this writing. They got tired of doing so many additions. If somebody brought apples to market and sold bags of apples and knew that for every bag that they sold 6 apples, and they wanted to know at the end of the day how many apples they sold, they would have to go 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. They might have sold a lot of bags of apples, and they would have to keep adding, and it got to be rather tedious. So people wanted a fast way of finding out the total when they had all the numbers the same. So instead of having to write out 4 groups of 6, 26 groups of 6, 100 groups of 6, as you can imagine, if you had 100 groups of 6 and you had to do 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, it would take you quite a while. They came up with a faster way of doing this. And they replaced the word groups of with a very simple X. 4 groups of 6. And it made for a lot less work and a lot less writing. I'm sure many of you have already seen that symbol other places. Sometimes they call it times. Sometimes they call it multiplying. I'm going to write it up here in a different color so it won't get mixed in. Multiplication. Sometimes they call it times, sometimes they call it multiply. 4 multiplied by 6 gives us, well, it doesn't change the total any. It was 24 here. It's still 24 here. 4 multiplied by 6 gives us 24. And this is a much shorter way of writing all of this. Here I have some groups again. And I have the same number in each group. How many groups do I have? I have 6 groups. 6 groups of how many? 6 groups of 2. I could go 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 gives me 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Or I could do this much more quickly and simply put 6 groups of 2 gives me, and we know that 6 groups of 2 gives us 12. And this little symbol here is a very fast way of adding up a lot of numbers when all of the numbers that we're adding up are the same. And that is what multiplication is. Finding the total of a lot of numbers when the numbers are the same. If we're looking over here, we have 3 groups and we have 4 in each group. And this multiplication only works when we have the same number in each group. 3 groups of 4 gives us 4 plus 4 is 8, and another 4 would be 12. Now, there, pretty much counted or added up the numbers to know how many I had. But multiplication gets really fast and easy when, just like you learned your addition tables, you learn your multiplication tables and you know them right in your head. Then you can know interesting things like 9 groups of 9 gives us 81 right away without having to count up all those numbers. We aren't moving on to memorizing them yet, of course, but by the end of grade 3 you will, and you will be able to do big number math so quickly. That's what multiplication lets us do. Here we have 2 groups, and we have 5 in each group. So we can say 2 groups of 5 gives us, how much does it give us? It'll give us 10. Here we have 5 groups. How many do we have in each group? We have 2 in each group. 5 groups of 2 gives us 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 5 groups of 2 gives us 10. So this little X here is a very quick way of saying groups of. It's much faster, and math is often about doing hard things very quickly and very easily. So now you know what the little X symbol means. It's our sign for multiplication. And I have here 2 little practice sheets for you to do. I've drawn the circles for most of them, and I've written the groups of for all of them. 3 groups of 4, 2 groups of 5, 5 groups of 2, 6 groups of 3, 4 groups of 3, and 3 groups of 5. And I would like you to draw the pictures that are missing, and I would like you to put the multiplication question for each box. Here I have given you the pictures. I've given you the numbers in the groups of sentences, and I would like you to write the multiplication question in each box. We will be doing multiplication questions for all of this week, and by the end of the week, I think you will be really good at them. I was really pleased to see people's math work from last week. I hope today you can sit right down and start working on your math just the same way you would if we were in school doing a lesson. And maybe at the end, if Mom or Dad have time, they can take a little picture and send it to me so I can see how well you're coming on with the lesson, and tomorrow we can have another lesson. Have a great day, boys and girls. Bye-bye.